Africans for sale, for sale, for sale.
All your good, yes? I was living with some old men before the election, and well, I was amazed of their discussion. They were discussing the election of 2025, how Africans were selling cheap and UNC buying dead or alive. One old man shout out, fellas, give me your attention. UNC can't win by themselves, no election. You see, they're sitting and they're planning to make a decision. So she called out Shilaga, who the old FIFA wanted man. She said, call the trade union, let we start negotiations. And we could call out a big sale and we go buy out some Africans. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. We buying Africans. Sing the thing. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. We buying Africans. She don't have all she chance and she the honor rhymes. Now what she need is some slave names, man, some big strong Africans. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. We buying good or bad. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. Tobago and Trinidad. Oh, somebody pinch me. Hey, UNC sitting and they're waiting patiently. With about 16 safe seats, they don't win that already. The woman said, I have my people and they are born UNCs. Now all I need is some Africans who got their names out of slavery. She said that she here, they're really selling cheap. And she could buy them very cheap, 500 and a jersey. A lot of people will cry when she's finished with CPEP, because she is not holding back them PNM have nothing to get. She said this party be for country, all you never, never forget. She will care for her people and she have no blasted regrets. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. We buying Africans. She buying Africans for sale, for sale. Listen, we buying Africans. She said we like crab in a barrel. We pulling each other down. But I want their votes, so I jam them the winning song. And so they know it. Africans when UNC wins, everybody wins. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. Tobago and Trinidad. Hi, who called me? I want this verse slow, right? Black minds in Tobago, she's working on them with ease. But she's not afraid because monkeys say cool breeze. She said the last time she was easy, this time there is no room for mistakes. Cause when she's done with Tobago, it's either they make or break.
10 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. Today is the 24th of February 2026. And tonight, like all the rest of nights that would have been prior, I come before you to address a very important matter today. Now, today I had plans on addressing Mr. Wall Street. You see, there was a number of calls that I would have received after we placed the video with Darian Marcel within the public domain. And to add insult to injury, many of the people would have called to defend Darian Marcel. Interestingly, but in going through this whole situation and sifting, I, Renison Jeffrey, would have psychoanalyzed this whole situation in which we are prepared to bring to the forefront. But tonight, my intentions is not to go into that just tonight. It always has tomorrow. Darian live tonight. Wall Street live tonight. It have tomorrow, it have the another day, as long as the Lord provides strength. But today we are here to talk about this Zoso bill. And there are some bloggers that are going to join me here tonight. Yeah. Plenty of them. So Trinidad and Tobago, before we head into this bill, this thing here tonight, what would have interfered with my head was this killing here. And what was said about this murder, Trinidad and Tobago, I don't want to hear it. We would have heard that murder have been enticed by the politician Phillip. Let me see what's going on this side here, because you ought to hear me. Yeah, testing. So tell me if you're here. Let me fix this audio thing here one time, because all our system showing that we firing up. So tell me within the chat. So on TikTok, or are you hearing me on TikTok? Tell me, you hearing me on TikTok? Right, we hearing on TikTok. Let me hear if you're hearing on YouTube. So tell me, are you hearing me on YouTube? Yes, so we hearing on YouTube. So let me play this tape before I'm a tougher. Let me put up the picture and let me play the tape. So that is the picture, and let me play what I hear one time. So that is an individual, Kurt Moore, the son of Kurt Moore. And let me play a voice note in which we would have heard concerning this person.
Bluetooth connected.
Right, so Bluetooth connected. I'm going to play the voice note that I would have gotten concerning that. It would have run me to make a call to a specific gentleman.
Good night, members. I want to say something here, and it will offend some, right? Kurtmore's son just died because of what's telling people that he got a contract. Go and check him. And if a gentleman that came to you to form a carnival, and you told him you gave me spot $60,000 plus to come by me for money, why would you do something like that?
Technically.
Why would you do something like that? That is not fair to me. That is not fair to me. You didn't give me $60,000. The committee received $60,000 from Ministry of Community Development. Stop telling people you gave me $60,000. You are putting a target on my back and my committee members. It is not nice to do this. Look at what is happening with Kurtmore. His son died. Right? After 6 this evening. Because of what you will be saying to other members and the constituents. You need to stop that. You need to stop that. This is a dangerous thing that you are doing. Telling people that you are giving contracts to persons and people are targeting them. This is not nice. You need to stop it.
So Trinidad and Tobago and the wider public, this is word from on the ground. This is what the community is saying about Phillip Watts. And the government of the day is setting a dangerous precedent. Very dangerous. Now, there was once upon a time where certain lawyers' name did not or have not been revealed because of this perceived violence. Now, in times gone by, we would have heard certain members of the public who is in rival with other people, that the police pick them up and carrying them and release them on the block or in the vicinity of their rivals. What is so different from what Phillip Watts is doing? What is so different from what Phillip Watts is doing? And that gentleman, if he's doing that, if you see, a word on the ground, sometimes the people that's get it first. So before I take precedence onto what is taking place here, I'm going to bring on the rest of bloggers, as tonight we are going to dissect this whole thing. And to the bloggers, Candace, a senior there within the comment section. Now, let me see if I can get him, because you told me last night that feed was a little slow. So let me ask all bloggers, join me here on TikTok. Join me from on TikTok. Join me here on TikTok, because tonight, not only them, not only the people, not only Phillip and men like Anil Roberts reserve the right to be spinning narratives within the public domain, unchallenged and untested. And that is the reason why tomorrow I will deal with Wall Street. Anyway, tomorrow I will deal with you. I'm just waiting for the TikTok feed here so we could bring in the team. What has happened to TikTok is that there are a group of people that rapidly report the page while we doing live so it can get pulled down. So right, so again this part here, right, I'm going to bring up Candice. Let me get all them brothers on the TikTok so we could carry on this discussion here tonight. I'll bring up Candice. Very important discussion. I'm bringing up Candice here. So to those that are on YouTube, you want to come up live here tonight, check me on TikTok. So Candice, are you there? Just now, let me load down this tape from on this side, because I want the citizens to hear what you have to say, Candice. And by the way, you look different here tonight, and you know, you look very different. Good night.
Good night.
So I know you would have just seen the tape that we would have played.
No, actually I didn't see it. You know, I just came on a bit. I put on the phone.
Uh-huh.
I just log on and I was doing something. But I was listening. I was hearing you talking about that murder that take place in Israel. That would have taken place in Laventille.
Yeah, it would have taken place in Laventille side. But let me bring that. I want to hear the voice note that was said in the. There's a minister that I call Phillip, but let me play the tape again, because if according to Rowley, your fridge door closed, let me play the tape.
Good night, members. I want to say something here, and it will offend some, right? My son just died because of what's telling people that he get a contract, go and check him. And the fellas and them saying, you ain't get them nothing. So they decide to confirm. Mr. Watts, you also told somebody, a gentleman that came to you to form a carnival, and you told him you gave him his part $60,000 plus to come by me for money. Why would you do something like that?
Technically.
Why would you do something like that? That is not fair to me. That is not fair to me. You didn't give me $60,000. The committee received $60,000 from Ministry of Community Development. Stop telling people you gave me $60,000. You are putting a target on my back and my committee members. It is not nice to do this. Look at what is happening with Kurtmo. His son died. Right? After 6 evening. Because of what you will be saying to other members and the constituents. You need to stop that. You need to stop that. This is a dangerous thing that you are doing. Telling people that you are giving contracts to persons and people are targeting them. This is not nice. You need to stop it.
Man that was, he was shot. And it was, yes.
As a child, looks like a child.
No, a young person, and the person in the voice note have been alleging that the minister that have been appointed, the Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs, Phillip Watts, would have been releasing, he would have been releasing information that would have led to the death of Colonel Moore's son.
Wow.
Yeah?
Wow. First time I'm hearing things like this, you know.
You mean first time you're hearing things like this, Candice? I mean,
No, I remember first time I'm hearing things, something like that. But what the hell?
yeah, that is how real it is.
You
So,
know, for me, all this tie back to this Zoso, you know. I did, listen to me, I don't care what nobody say. Kamala knows very well if the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago get a chance, they're going to hit the streets. Because they're unhappy with what is taking place in this country. And if given the opportunity, they're going to hit the streets from east, west, north, and south. So they're trying their best to sneak up with this Zozo attack. And I want to bet, because somebody meet me today in Tonga and they say, Warrior Princess, I could talk to you. I said, well, yes. And they asked me, they say, you notice all kind of crime going on and the police not getting involved. I said, what do you mean? They say all kind of crime taking place throughout Trinidad and the police and them on the down low. So I do my little investigation and I call a friend of mine and they would have told me, shared certain information with me, and I was like, oh my God, this is too much of my ears. So these people working behind the scene and I tell them, they want to come with us also, you know. They want to come with us also, you know. They want to come with that Zoso. They really do want to come with that Zoso, you know. Jeffrey, Mr. Jeffrey, I seen a group call that was coming in on WhatsApp. Was it you?
yeah, that me. I call any rest of people and that. So
One group chat and I will be able to get a link to join in.
right, you guys from TikTok. Yeah.
I just message them. Boy, you see that? These people setting up black people to kill one another, you know. This is real scary, boy. All that for money and power, boy. Nah, boy.
It's a madman's world that we live in.
Jason De Silva.
Ain't no giving in.
Boy.
Well, they're trying to kill all our way off, you know, so. My main problem is the people who, and I've been saying this long time, and this is why I speak out. There are people who's not even bloggers in every crease, in every crevice, election time that went and gathered votes. Community leaders, youth group leaders, etc. These people life at risk. The people who are unemployed going to them and saying, hey, you make me vote for these people, what really going on? When they call the office, the people in the office saying, hold on, wait, we seen about it. Hold on, wait, we seen about it. Nothing is really being seen about. Everybody's being put on prolong. I've been getting prolonged since April 28th. 6 times Phillip and them come to me for a group of people who need employment, like if they never even come to me. They're coming to me and then they're coming back to me, then they're leaving and they're coming back to me. Every time I make a video and I make noise, they'll say, yeah, we're trying to get people employed. It reached so bad that all the contractors, basically, who hold in this training, they get to come to me and say, dog, the workers when they come into we and training me. And most of them being upholding the get to offer the profits they've been making years now. Now, the profits run low. They can't fully get to anymore.
Ah, boy, the start.
The start. Let me bring back up the brother because you can't be doing that.
This thing becoming very dangerous, boy. Becoming very dangerous, boy.
Yeah, the trying all kind of thing. Don't worry yourself. You will get. This show is going to run today. The trying.
I want to know if Trinidad. I want to know if Trinidad and Tobago satisfied.
You want to cut video?
The trying.
let me bring it real and done. When gunman swing by one of the bloggers they pay and tell them they get a house and they get a car and they get a contract and blow a big hole in one of them face because the thousands of people around them going hungry without, then they go wake up. This man who get killed is a UNC man who went out and campaigned. The UNC even claiming their own. They just put 2 people dead and Alexander what is so passed because people dead in the constituency. They didn't highlight his Kurtmore's son. No condolences publicly were sent to Kurtmore. They didn't highlight he's a UNC supporter. And what the rest of the UNC supporters remember this. If all they're dead for them, they're going to cover it up just like how they cover up this murder. And they're going to use your murder to try to get a zone of special operations passed. So the police can come and do what the hell they want in your area. Keep in mind, 65,000 people get sent home. Children leaving school every summer. All the YTEP courses closed. CCC closed. OJT closed. Hype closed. Everybody just sit down home daydreaming, wondering where they going to get to eat today. Everybody reaching to a desperate level. Where they're willing to take a risk. Law-abiding drivers willing to take a risk to transport gunmen and transport drugs because they have bills to pay. You understand? People have bills to pay. Jump high, jump low, regardless. Where's the problem? However excuse Kamala and them come with, we can't go to the landlord with that. We can't go Island Finance with that. We can't go the mortgage company with that. We can't go B-Mobile with Kamala excuses. We can't go Digicel. We can't go Blink. We can't go none of the places we have bills to pay and offer them the excuses that the government is currently offering us while they're raising everything. Cost of living is going up and we have nothing to live on, and she's taxing us and then billing us for everything. You can't drive your car safe on the road. Everybody's worrying about roadblocks. Every single person in this country is concerned about roadblocks. Now people getting murdered who support all. When I went to Phillip and I said, Phillip, gunmen came on my job and let the boss know. I keep working there, they go come in front of the door and blow my face off because there was a contract. Phillip phone went off. When I did a video highlighting UNC fucking up, Phillip phone came on. I asked him, nothing. No support, no employment. I was working in Minneapolis, I had my good little work, I was getting paid good. I supported a party that forced me to lose my work. And still them in providing employment for me or anybody who I bring out. I have a team of 20 people walk up and down in every part of the country with these fools campaigning. We wasn't even from certain zones and we went and campaigned just to offer support. No, all in and nothing for me and my team. I must sit down blind and say, yellow is the code. No, people dying. I could have been that man who dead. And tomorrow, it could be somebody else who ride with UNC who ain't saying nothing. That dead because it's a real people seeing what's going on UNC ain't getting no work for nobody in the area and they're quiet. But they're getting a little dust here and a little dust there. I hope the dust they're getting is enough to pay everybody in the area who are angry and unemployed. I hope the dust them getting is enough to open up food drive in your area, to feed everybody in your area and send everybody children to school and pay for the drive and pay for light bill. 65,000 people are unemployed. School, Form 5 going and leave school just now, you know. The unemployment line real big, you know. The recruitment driving higher in anybody, you know. Everybody is sitting at home wondering if Monday morning they're going to get called to be told, come and clock a card and start to make money. Nobody don't know where majority of the country.
Permit me to ask a question, Jason and Mr. Jeffrey. Does Kamala and her ministers know what they're doing?
No. Kamala seems to just be drunk and she ministers jabbing ball and who good we get access to the treasury, let we thief as much as we could. Them on a safe face segment for we're getting thief. Them could care less about running this fucking place. All them busy doing is raiding the treasury while promoting a safe face segment to make it look all legal. They have done nothing to develop the place, nothing to get on the road to recovery to develop any place. Phillip Alexander is a housing minister, but in a video with everything other than housing. And if he goes into the housing, it's to fight down people or break down structures that pop there with poor people trying to survive. You on the beach in Maracas talking about tents. And the HDC had 3 housing ministers and the biggest backlog.
You saw the video? You saw the video?
And then you're going back update.
All we saw the video.
It's real sad. 1 minute you're quarreling about tents. Next minute, you're agreeing with the tents. Right? how hard it would it be for them to offer support to each person who promote them and their team? Not the person who support them alone, no. The person who support them and the team. 100 million for body cams. That 100 million could have spent to pay the CPAP and URP workers and the 500 corporation workers. From April to now, that 100 million could have paid them salaries. But it pay for body cams that sit down in a room collecting dust while the battery is going corroded and it have built-in battery. So half of them ain't going to be working by the time they decide to do put it on. You understand? And we just say no, taking this. When we call for a march, the protest, people don't like what's going on. Everybody biting the nails, everybody balling bad, they look fake. Okay. Sooner or later, the bloggers who pay their life on the line go get fed up, go about them life, and then the citizens go be forced to sit down and take whatever the ass happen. Because they kill a man because he ain't speaking out to all ain't getting jobs. But if we call for a march, all ain't coming. If we marching all ain't getting jobs, all ain't coming. What sense that make?
And the thing is this, some of the people sitting down and afraid to come out, and Phillip coming out there and laughing at you and throwing it in your face.
They're trying to stunt
and it's we who put them there. We is their employers. We are their employers. They are working for us.
Yeah.
And it's as if we are afraid of them.
Yeah. We just taken. We are the takers right now, you know.
I find Trinbagonians just take too much boy. I listen
to
me.
The best lie we swallow? The best lie this country swallow is the country don't have no money. You see that line? People had to forget that. The country don't have no money would have crashed 10 years ago. 10 years ago, a man came and said, hey, Kamala, blow up all the money. The country don't have no money. He run the country for 10 years with no money. I am not swallowing anymore that this country don't have no money. I can't afford to swallow it. I don't care about what paperwork they present on the TV. The country have a lot of money. They just busy thieving it. That's why I accept it. The country have a lot of money, but them just busy.
They have no money on the ground.
The country has less money. And we need to stop walk around repeating the lies that these people telling me.
And just so
selling it to we mother, we sister, we brother.
I want to tell you people that currently watching us on YouTube that what you are hearing there is what is taking place live on TikTok. So anybody that want to join the feed, the group, or you send the request, I go accept the request. We are having a cross-platform conversation. Go ahead, Jason.
Come in and see what's going on. I want people to say what's going on in the area. I want the people who living in Kamala zones, as the people let's call it in the country, the Indian zones, we ain't having one mother state. These is the people need to speak out and let you know, hey, you're fucking up. Now they go say we is PNM and we living in a PNM zone. People in Maya, Oguaya, ain't getting one mother state. People in Rio Claro ain't getting nothing. Ottawa Village, suffering. Manzan South suffering. Manzan Central, Manzan North, Coal Mine, Granby, Valencia, Toko, Maruga, they ain't getting nothing. Nobody getting nothing other than 15% of the country, which basically rolls with Kamala. You see, that election map was 85% yellow, 15% of that 85 eating. And the rest of the country being so lies. While them running up and down, having all I be running around more. Well, the country don't know money, get the woman time. If we give you time, you go take 5 years and thief out this whole country. We don't have no more time to get all in. Get up and walk. The fact that Phillip can be making videos, you know, they're walking ghosts. They're looking for ghosts, but the ghosts in the parliament.
So we are smiling. Still smiling. Still smiling.
Always. What is Phillip walk?
I don't even want to talk about them right now. To tell all the truth here, what's going on. Today, I get hit with a piece of information. Whereas, from the 31st of March, the company we know as TCL will be no more.
Yes, baby.
From tomorrow, please God, Abel will be raising the price for red bricks. I am currently doing some construction. And this is what I told people. I was working in the energy sector, formerly known as Nutrient. I got sent home last year, September. And I told people, I said, listen to me. See, for this energy, this industry closing down, a lot of other industries are going to close down. Now, everybody's sitting down and they're understanding what's going on, eh? They're understanding it. What's me? Me line to tell her, Jason, there's a man I used to watch, right? And it had certain things he used to say. And I used to say, but if this man only know what I know, he will never support this part. But I guess everything just had to play out in time because unlike what with you and many others of the country, they now getting to see what is the agenda of these people. Getting to see. Now, I mean to say, it's a hard thing for us to go through. Because no matter what, I am in no support of no political party. Let me make this clear. I am no supporter of no political party. Me, I am a patriotic to Trinidad and Tobago. That is where my patriotism lies. Trinidad and Tobago. I don't put party in front of country. And from the time I can hear a leader get up and say, party in front of country, people were supposed to open up their eyes and realize, hey, nah, boy, we make a mistake. We're going to make a mistake. But people didn't see it because everybody was hoping for better, wanting better. I and all wanted change because it had things the last regime did that I was not in total disagreement with.
Yeah.
But we were still surviving. Now, you know how many people they understanding where the next dollar coming from, where the next meal coming from, and people still living naive. You telling me about your time? I can't give you no time. You know why? Let me tell you this, eh? And this is how I see it. And I don't know, people might say I arrogant and the way how I just speak and all kind of thing. You had 9.5 years, you sat down in opposition. 9.5 years, you're supposed to be already devising a plan because here what's going on. You have the people and them who just go and do your researches on them for you. So they already know the direction that the population was going to vote.
Yeah.
And you tell them about give you time. They knew they was going to win this election. They knew that. So don't tell me about give you time. You were the one who got up and said, here what's going on. You have the answers for crime in Trinidad and Tobago.
Simple. Boy.
You had the answers. Where are the answers now? Where is the solution? Where's the solution?
Crime down.
Listen to
And
me.
them numbers better than Gary number. But then the same crime up the needy zoo. So you need to see the pedal in the two. The
Listen
same
to me.
crime don't have a better numbers than back then. And then the same crime up the needy zoo. So what are
Crime
you really
was never
doing?
done. Crime was never done, and this is the thing about it. If all you understood something, watch for the past 10 years. Every day we were hit on the newspapers with figures of murder rate in Trinidad and Tobago. Every day. Are you seeing that now?
No.
Are you seeing it?
No.
So how you can tell the crime down? Look at how murders happen down in my area. I am from the said area where the Prime Minister lives. I am from that area. And this is why I know about this woman. And you know why I stopped supporting this woman? Because I was in support of her. We had a situation that happened a couple of years ago. Everybody in the whole country knows about it. I don't want to say too much without saying too much. This woman caught up on national television a couple of days after when the scandal broke out, and this woman said she don't know nothing about it. And here what I telling all here, this woman have first-hand information about everything that happened. And you see, from the time I turned on my TV that night and I saw that woman get up and make that statement, I said, I can't trust you, Joel.
Wow.
You is a lying, deceitful snake.
Wow.
Because you was getting your kickback from it. You was getting your kickback from it. And it's the same thing going on. Each and every single one. Tell me, when was the last time we could actually hear a speech that this woman addressed the nation? Everything is through Twitter and through Facebook. I don't want to see nothing on your page. You will go and get up in front of national television. I don't want to hear nothing from he. He's not the Prime Minister. He is not the Prime Minister. We don't need no assurances from no minister. We need the assurances from the Prime Minister. What are you doing?
Conversation about you. You don't even know if he's a man or woman.
Listen to me. I don't every single I ain't going there. Every single every single platform that
That's
Phillip
exactly where
Alexander
we
is
are
on,
fucking go.
I
You know why?
block.
We ain't going there because these people been raping the children for the last 40 years. Now the children is fucking ministers passing LBGT fucking laws to rape we fucking children. We walking around on eggshells for years balling. To say nothing, them is special people, my mother cunt. You have a mad house for people who believe there's fucking women who born in men
Special.
body, but they ain't working. Everybody been walking on eggshells too long for this. We have faggots in control of we country, running up and down, taking leadership roles. We're figuring up to we children. The Prime Minister, you know he's a big shim. Marshall, you know he's a shim and hug him up to get ratings in the LBGT community. Let's be real. You feel the police when him Macomb man rolling in the jeep with them, like they're passing there. Them the one a Macomb man moving in the jeep with them, watching the bottom in the uniforms. Nobody know what is. We paying these people as leaders. You up on truck whining all kind of Macomb man thing in brand, all kind of thing. This is the reason the fucking country going where it's going, because everybody just walk on eggshells to talk about what really going on in the place that's wrong. Let them bullets and them all them other fans. Have a mad house for that.
And Trinidad, just so Jason, Trinidad and Tobago, the show tonight is rated X. You understand? Sometimes we have to talk the language. We have to talk the language raw.
All again, after fish.
Yeah, we have to talk the language raw.
Talk about fish. Them dressing up like gal and all that butter coat and the talk. No, that's not right. God don't like that. So I'm God not important then again then. So God second them first. I need to know, you know, if God second and faggots first. Because it's not so in my book, and I'm walking on no eggshell for no gal who have a piggy. I'm not on that. I'm not on that. Them not supposed to be no leadership position. This next big uneducated asshole not supposed to be in charge of the national security and no country. Our homeland and the national security minister to stop hiding. You're supposed to be the most bravest thing with your chest high. You hiding, talking about this one threatening you, hiding in your house. If you hiding, then what we supposed to do? If you in charge of the country's national security and you frightened, what we supposed to do?
But what are they frightened of? What are they frightened of? Let me be real in Trinidad and Tobago. I, each and every single one of us here knows the culture of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
We would speak about issues, and when it's time to actually get up to come out and do something, what we just do, we sit down and we watch
a bunch of jokers.
We watch a few. And here what going on, eh? Let me tell you something.
Important life, look at it.
Let me tell you how real it is, eh?
Brother, what really going on there on your side? So we have our next person. Helen Rivers. Good night.
Helen, good night.
No, you're here still smiling all the way. We're here.
I don't realize I'm up on the big screen.
Right.
I want when a lot of people start losing their jobs, then and only then they would realize how serious it is that put aside the fucking nigga and coolie war and realize, hey, these people and them, if you're not in the elite, they don't care about you. And that is what I've been telling people all the time before election. These politicians don't care about all
East Indians first, non-believers second, non-believers and Muslims second, then niggas. That is plain as they put it. East Indians who is Hindus first, non-believers who is Indians and Muslims second, then niggas. Who find it racist? I didn't fucking say it come from them mouth. That's not the point. Niggas last.
Warrior Princess was on a live that I used to be on. Well, I just be on still. And I told her, I want you to remember what I said. Remember I told you, I said, here's what's going on. Of a certain industries closed down, a lot more going to close down. And people not seeing it, you know. Because right now everybody's securing their jobs. Because here what's happening. I had this bill to pay and I had that bill to pay. But what about the man who was working in the grocery? What about the man who was working in the gas station? And he working for $300 a week. So he had to survive them. And everything raising around him. But you know what Trinidadians like? We like hands out. We like freeness. We like promises. That's what we like. And not even sitting down and watching. Hey, here we're going now. Is this feasible? How could you tell me this? And I'm watching the state of my economy. And this is what we don't do as Trinidadians, you know. We don't watch the world economy. Trinidad is a dot. It's a dot in the world. We don't manufacture nothing to make a great impact in the world. Understand me? And when it is, you watching how the world, who the bigger countries, the superpowers and them, going through them struggles, do you think a political party can come and make a difference for you? Understand it. All the promises that they made, they cannot. I knew they could not have delivered on these promises. You know what I say? I say over a period of time, yes, they might be able to deliver something. But you see what they did? And the first thing it is always here when any government come in, the treasury has no money. You ever see the fucking treasury? Any of us ever see the treasury? We never have no money. We never have. But yet still,
why
as
didn't
all
come
the
and say how
jumping
much
government, all the pay all themselves
This
back.
no money statement. Where's no money?
That is what I want to know. The
money should be how much it have.
narrative, oh, Imbo
Tell me how
$3 billion.
much.
How the fuck he get locked up yet? How he get locked up yet? You never hear nothing about that after that. He thief $3 billion.
Making a jail.
Come on.
But you fire everybody. So all the people who didn't keep the money.
Jackass with the big mouth, with the life sport money. He was acquitted. Yeah, but that doesn't mean to say you didn't thief the money. You just didn't find you guilty.
I'm glad you say that the court the matter didn't try in the court. When Kamala Prasad Bisesa would have placed the information in the public domain, it compromised the case. The case wasn't based on whether the man guilty or not. It was in case of how to handle the information. And he's still there in our next country. He rolling in jail right now.
Why we have the man who knew everything about it sit down behind bars?
You talking sense, and have him in Tetron. They have the man who know everything about it, and let me tell you something. I just doesn't like to talk in it. The man wife, there are certain people that seen about them very well, because if he squeal, what I hear about that case, if that man squeal, boy, down to the hell, making jail. I go leave that right there.
You know when I watch and
brother, just smiling, wait, just now they make a statement when you say there was benefiting. you feel I didn't know nothing about it. That's what you feel. But there are people that would have benefit, and I'm talking life sport. The head benefit. Boy, you getting tapped with this ticket. There are people right about now that buy houses, real house, based on that money.
Watch me.
But
people who have house that can't go and live in it.
No money getting them cards. We don't care. We paying that money on them cards.
I just drive around the country and I just watch a lot of things. And just some things I just say, but I don't say nothing. Because here we're going, you could be a target. The guy's nobody, you know. I's nobody. But you see, I don't like lies. I don't like lies. Don't fool the people. Stop giving the people misinformation. And you see, the leader of misinformation, who run on Las Cuevas Beach to talk about tent and chairs and all this other jackassness. Here we're going. Here what we to talk about. I want you to talk about the oil companies that you have up the Caribbean islands and why it is Trinidad and Tobago was left out after we supported Venezuela. I want to know which countries you have your oil companies. And if the oil is being stored under your companies. That is what I want to find out.
Oh God.
You ain't getting nothing. You can't even work out a deal. I'm an asshole. I'm going with a whole president and you will work out a deal for we to get something outside. Just make them come here, set up a set of ship, bomb a set of people, go on with a man, and the rest of the Caribbean profiting and we getting nothing. Tap by the rest of the world vex with we and blaming we. Lord, this place going on. Best thing I can advise people get out of here. Yes, your family of the islands get out of here.
Jason,
nobody here can fix all of that waste of time cackle thing because the citizens
don't
here
let what don't see go
best
over
thing
your
is get out of here. Go up the islands, go Grenada and look for something.
I know you hear what I say.
Yeah.
You have nothing for you.
I hear what you say. And watch me, I've been around the gentleman for quite some time. And That man never talk anything about any oil company.
You know, let's hear he say he's not a 1%. Don't study that, you know. He is well off. Properly well off.
So then, if he probably well off, so then why he want power? Because he have money.
That's why you
He
think he
want power
formed his own
now.
party. Why you think he had formed his own party, but he realized he was not getting the support of the rest of the country? Come on, let me be real. You can't come out with arrogance and expect the rest of the population to follow you in. All the talk people used to talk about Mr. Rowley arrogant. Now all you understand the level of arrogance that we're getting.
Yeah, man.
People naturally doing things and they don't care.
Exactly, and they're showing you that they don't care, you know.
I have
They
known this all
literally
along.
showing you. You could come out here and talk as much as you want. They're showing you to hell with you. We in charge now, and that is what us bother, man. That
Warrior,
is what us
you know what?
dig
You know
out
what
in
should
the
happen? They
soul.
go get fooled with a smile.
Not the smile.
No,
You
it
know what
was
we
a
get
smile.
fooled? Listen to me smiling. Hear what I get fooled with, and I just tell anybody the UNC fool me. Right? I didn't go voting because, I was looking for fame. I wanted betterment. I wanted something different from what, the people had to offer. Right? So you see, when they come and they started talk what they will do for the country. And I just always say, when I hear the part when Kamala Sushila Bisesa said, you cannot tax a country into prosperity. It's like a man standing in a bucket. And then in my mind, I put myself in the bucket. And I try to lift myself up. I say, aha, she understand the assignment. I will go to war for she. Only to find out I bounce my head.
You know, is she profession, right?
She's a lawyer.
Okay. You ever see an honest lawyer?
No, well, I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt and a fair chance.
Benefit? I am benefited nothing, so I give
Watch
nobody
it.
that benefit.
I always used to say I know the Prime Minister was deceptive, you know. And here what the Prime Minister do. First she's sick. Now there were certain people that was in the party that was talking good, like people like Dinesh Rambali. People like the next one they from Mayaro with that boy thing they who went up Rushton Parry. And I would have when they had time up on that side in Rio Claro, and I would have heard some of the things that Rushton Parry would have did for the villagers for money from me pocket. And I say, let me support this UNC thing. And then going along, when I realized the internal fight that it had, only because people had opinions, Kamala shut them down to get them out of the party. People like Anita Haynes. So I already didn't know, hey, you can't go against. Anytime you have a difference of opinion, she is going to ostracize you. I didn't know that. And it reached a point that on the ebb of election, she get rid of everybody that she thought would oppose what she says. And the people now is left with a skeleton. This skeleton that we are seeing now is not UNC before 2020, April 2018. It's a different breed of UNC. You realizing everybody saying the same thing? Here what's going on. I support the leadership. Everybody saying that?
Yeah, but
Nobody challenging it. You remember when Pandey was challenged by the now lawyer, and he went up with Team Unity. You understand?
Yeah,
People, oh God, I
can't you
forget.
remember now? Yeah.
And Ramesh, there were always voices in the UNC party that had people had strong views.
We would have lost Jason.
I feel he must get a call.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, when Jason ready, he could join us back. I mean, people always had strong views, and it cannot be that the leadership, the base of the party cannot influence the leadership. The people, I mean, all right, it reached a point that Kamala Persad-Bissessar is no longer just the opposition leader. She's the prime minister and prime minister to all. But when she was in opposition, she was the UNC opposition. The base right now in the UNC party, when you go for a food card, in anyone in their offices, they check their membership form. Them ain't giving you nothing, them know.
So this is not about
But you
this
can't
is
just
not about this is not about a normal law-abiding citizen, whether you and PNM come for a food card, you decide to help them. So this is a
no.
Remember the statement.
And if you use a now
Party before country.
if you use a now come UNC, they still don't recognize you. Don't get tied up in it. All people now who running since April 28th to register with the UNC, them don't care about oil boy. Them see it that they win the party and they're watching oil as hustlers.
Let me tell you something, I have never, in my 50-something years on this earth, joined any political organization. I base my decisions off of facts and evidence. Information. Not propaganda information. Because you could say something to me, I would listen to you. But I need to do some research and realize if it is what you're saying is correct or you're misleading me. And this is what Trinidad and Tobago needs to do. The people of Trinidad and Tobago needs to start educating themselves. And there's always I have a statement that is made. Every single one of us in Trinidad and Tobago have smartphones. Why are we dumb? Why are we dumb?
yeah, because we have the information.
Come on. Even if you can't spell, you will go on. You see that little mic when you go up on Google? You could press
Spell
it.
check.
Yeah.
And you could speak to the phone and the phone will bring up all the information for you. Now we have so much of different apps that is out on the internet that you could go up on and get information. And if you go up on one and you find that information is something too pleasing to you, you go and you check our next app. It have many different apps. It have apps about all the history of Trinidad and Tobago. Political coming straight back to culture. And yet still we're not using it in that way. We just keep on believing words that coming out of people's mouth. Because here what's going on. If I quote in a woman and I want this woman, I will tell her all she needs to hear. But when she actually gets with me, it's a totally different scenario. Understand me? So Trinidad and Tobago, all you please, be smart. Local election coming up. And for all those who are of the belief that local elections is not important, you don't need to go out there. Well, you need to go out there. And I have a next message, you see to my little black brothers and sisters. Well, let's stop bringing down race. You see this set of murders, a small thing.
Yeah, we need to stop that.
Yeah.
Because every single day, and when you watch, is the black boy at the helm holding some big gun. If all you want to hold them gun, you will go and apply to the ministries and them. Well, if you get that, if you can't make to pass the exam, go and join a little security work. You might be able to hold one day too, but to do the correct thing. Not because you fall out with somebody, that means to say, like, our sense of dialect going out the window. We can't discuss nothing no more. What about the fist? That is why I know long time, I know to fist it out. But all I want to keep a man
long time
life,
is to be fisted out, not again.
only taking a man life. So here what going on? He family, if he had children, his children and them growing up fatherless. And you, the same ones who doing it, may have children too. What about when your children come? You're thinking about that? You're thinking about your family too? How would you feel if someone take your family life? Come on, man. Look what happened a couple weeks ago. Not only a father or a mother and a father. So a child growing up without a mother and a father. Come on. That's the heartlessness that's going on in our society. That's the love we have for one another. Come on. Look, Sunday, a man going to get something to eat after a little last lap celebration. When you gun down the man, take away the chain and the van. But I know it has something more than that. I am of the belief it has something more than that. Whether, come on, people. All these little young boys and them, and I'm sure half of them ain't even reached 30 years as yet. And this is the kind of thing. But you know who I'm blaming for this? I'm blaming the two ministers that we have. Two ministers in national security, you know, two women. And none of them can find the answer. None of them have the solution.
Brother, I was telling somebody that hey, we don't even say we have two ministers and we have a commissioner of police, and they neither inspire fear or competence. It's showing lack of competence, and they don't inspire fear within the criminal mind. Like how Gary Griffith used to do it. Let me be real. If we have to use comparison, when I hear Alexander, but I just do this, I just block my eye.
I too. I just blow my head.
Well, you just block your eyes. You know why I just block? I block my ears. Only stuff coming out of this man, though. But how could we have a commissioner of police that we can have fear for, or police officers that we have fear for, when we already know the elements that it have in the police service? But you all come out here to fight crime. What crime are you coming out to fight? And all is part of the crime system. All is the ones who have crime, because you're taking from one to give to another. Tell me how that is solving crime. I watch me. Let me tell you something. I grew up in an area. My area that I live in is a decent area. We don't have no criminal elements or no drug selling and all this sort of thing in my area. And if you come in here and you want to start that, you're going to happen. You're going to be leaving. You're going to be leaving. Because my area, we just come together and we just do what we need to do to protect our young ones coming up. Yeah. When you reach a certain age and you won't decide to go down the road, I can't tell you nothing.
Smiling, you're not from Trinidad?
Eh?
You're not from Trinidad?
Yes, I am.
You living in Trinidad?
Yes, I am.
What part of Trinidad?
Smiling.
What part of Trinidad?
No, smile. Let me tell you where smiling from Saparia. Come now, man. We have to understand what's going on.
No, what I'm asking is, because a long time you would have heard stories like that, what you just said, where the people in the community come together and protect the community.
Yeah, we don't play. No, we don't play. My area, this is my little small community. I'm not saying on the outskirts of my community, this thing not happening. This is
for me. Candace, it's the same thing that has go down in South here. You know. We literally here in South, it does have murders. Yes, it does have murders. It does have killings. Yes, it does have killings. But to tell you the truth, a man could still walk away with the door open.
Yeah.
Serious thing.
I just do that. I just leave my house open. If anybody pull up in front of my house, I can be for a skin on your phone call. Hey, look, somebody coming home by holiday, right? Who's that?
Yeah.
That is how it is be.
Yeah, that is how it is.
And men inquiry. And let me tell you this. The point I get in at is that here's what happened. It have things that happen in the outskirts of my community. And I just be baffled. And when you get down into it, I don't really like to dabble too much into that because I don't want them fellas and they feel me and them good. You understand? It has certain values I stand for, and I am not going against my values. So, when it is that you hear things happen, and you say, but how come so? And you get to realize, a Jeep pull up, and the said individual stand up and having a lengthy conversation with the people who we entrust to protect and serve, then you understand what is going on. All you feel me?
Yeah.
The elements and them. Look at that a couple of years. It really happened. And just because they informed the said police station, no evidence was found. And everybody knew what was going on there. In that particular area. Everybody knew. But you know when they reach, it had nothing. They found that empty house. Why is that? Why is that? And these are the things that are going on in our protective service. And this is why I say, if you want to clean up, start cleaning up from there.
Exactly.
Because we all know, I can come and say, Warrior doing so and so and so. And I report Warrior to the inspector or the sergeant or whosoever in that said area. But warrior still active. All you do is move a warrior from one station and send she to the next. How would that helping? You feel warrior going and change your ways? No warrior going to our next organization in a different area.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what has happened when officers commit little crime and they like the one where attack my son. What do you think they do? They just move him from point A to point B.
No. Now, when I heard the commissioner of police, without proper information, without proper evidence, got up and said in a matter of minutes that he would be standing by his officers, because we heard that speech already too. I don't know if you can remember that. We heard that speech a couple of months ago when I said minister was arrested on allegations of fraud. We heard the leader of that organization got up and said the same thing. So I don't know if you're watching the trend. And then a matter of days after that, you heard the minister got up in defense of that as well and said, here's what's going on. He would be defending his officers because we already know where his background, what background he came from. So, therefore, the course of justice has been eroded, whereas the police is police, jury, judge, and executioner. And I don't know how, since when we judicial system, we left it into the hands of the police alone. I thought the police was supposed to come out, apprehend the suspect, charge them if it is fit after doing the proper investigation, and let them face the court. And the court would make the decision.
No, I don't have that again. Smiling, I don't have that again. You notice right about now, the police are the judge, the juror, and the executioners, you know.
Exactly. This is the point I get at.
And they wanted to give them extra powers with that.
And this is my disagreement with that social bill. And not only them, but how could I put my constitutional right in the hands of one person?
You see, between me and you, Solia, I ain't gonna lie to tell you that I used to thought, well, it's only alone that seeing what's going on. When you tell the Prime Minister that she had the authority to get up in the morning and call us also, boy, we and people have seen how dangerous that is. Kamala Prasad Bisesa could wake up in the morning if she want to stymie a certain area, if she want to stop protests and demonstration, if she want to go in somebody's house, if she want to, if she dislike somebody. You see, let me show you something. Not all the time a man does be in the correct frame of mind. And for somebody to act on their own wishes and intentions, that is very dangerous. Very dangerous. So my problem with us also, number one, was Kamala Prasad Bisesa having sole authority to take away your constitutional rights at will without even going to parliament. and them so brave. Them trying to pattern it, they saying that like Jamaica Zoso. Jamaica Zoso. If you had to call a Zoso in Jamaica, you had to confront the minister within the area and the people in the area had to say yes, state. That is how different it is, innit? So you to come and say, for Kamala to come and say, for Wayne Search to come and say, for Alexander to come and say, for the Attorney General to come and say, boy, we patterning Jamaica Zoso. Boy, them fellas and them was misleading the public. It was misleading the public. Simple as that. And then we local palace, let me tell you, because that is parliamentary talk. That was lying to us.
Of course.
That was a lie.
Let me tell you something. If we want to so take pattern, why are we not taking pattern from Singapore? Why? Because politicians fear to make jail? They fear to stop.
Well, I find politicians who should start to make jail because when Kamala them was coming in power, they say, Imbot go make a jail, Rowley go make a jail, and this one go make a jail. But how come nobody here make no jail yet?
Warrior, I sure I explained this to you already. I sure. You see that allegation, and this is, and let me, I don't want to, no, I am no supporter of nobody. Again, let me make that clear. And I want people to understand this. Miss Kamala Prasad Bisesa never said that Colin Imbut stole any money, eh?
No, it's truth.
Never said
It's
that.
the others would have said that. The others would have said that. Yeah.
No. It was not even seven minister that say that.
No, was people on the ground.
The people on the ground and certain people
that.
who she was
Because-
piloting, she never said that because
What?
the no. Colin
Yes,
Imbut would have
that's
said.
is that a
Colin Imbut
lawsuit?
say if they only say that, he will sue them.
Yes,
They
it
can't
is a
say.
lawsuit.
Oh, so they had the public, people like
Right.
myself.
They had
and
you,
others
they had
chanting
people
it.
like the ground report, they had other people saying that, but Colin Imbut say, if they only say that on any platform, Anil Roberts, all the big and bravies, he never say that.
Never said that.
If he had to watch the record, it wasn't he.
Of course. And this is what I tell people. Running with what they hear, because
So they
that's what we
that
just
these
do.
people use me like a tool, they use me like a foot cloth. I hate that.
I used to sit there. I used to watch Jason. I used to watch Kitty. I used to watch you with one or two others opinion box, all of them. And I just used to listen and I saying, boy, if these people only know what I know.
So why you could not call my brother? Brother, why you could not call me and tell me, hey?
You see, here's what happened, right?
As they say,
Everybody would
as they
say
say
my
opinion
opinion.
box. As they say opinion box. I disappointed in opinion box. Big time. He's a by
Listen,
Yeah,
listen
I
to this,
heard
right?
he say something, and I watch him different.
Look even down to this one, Lyndon Mark. Now, the only problem I had with Lyndon Mark
As is he.
is when he directly went behind this little girl for this little girl to get locked up. Now, I in no way agreement for the statement that this little girl make. Now, because everybody does make mistakes. But you see how he naturally went behind her, because I am of the opinion, the way how he went behind that little girl. This is why our authorities went behind that little girl.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, right, not cutting across. So they couldn't pull that young lady in and give she a stern warning, and a stern warning and a threatening. Why send her to jail?
But in all fairness, it has happened in the past under PNM as well, and these people and them were penalized, right? But in the way in which it was conducted, I was in total disagreement with that.
Okay.
I was in total disagreement with that, because if we have, I don't even go up on Facebook, to tell all of the truth, because the kind of comments I see on that people post, I just be real disappointed.
Yeah, I too. I don't even.
Because my area is predominantly a Indian area, you should say. And when I hear, and I go in and read the comments, and I go in and sometimes I watch on some of them profiles, some of them there's no fake profile. The things that is being said, and the racial statements, and the racial narrative that is being pushed, I'd be like, how come I could be rubbing shoulders with you when I'm actually watching me and saying, this big stinking dirty? You understand? Because I don't share your same opinion. Why don't share your same views? Because I probably watching things on a different way, from a different level. You understand? And this is why all I want people to do is, always stop just taking every word and eating it up. Do your thinking for yourself. Do a little research. You understand? Because look, even people told me, Kamala Lee saw me pitch late. Yes, she did. But ask them for how many years. She did it for 2 years. Bam, when PNM came, I even went with the opinion because I did my little research, and they said, how they break it down, like if PNM release all the pitch slip, PNM never even release all the pitch slip. It is a joint, I forget is the name and the word that they use, between China, a company from China, and the Trinidad and Tobago government, in conjunction with Lake Asphalt, to release for one. It's not a lease. Well, it comes like it's a lease, but it's not really a lease. So we still have shares, we still making profit off of it, but it is geared to kind of way erase some of the debts that we have. And all I want them to know, how we encounter them debts. This is what is asked people now. How we encounter them debts. And from 1 year to 1 year, we have debts, because every country in the world is owe. Every country will have debts. But our debt ratio rise between 2010 to 2015. And I want them to understand that.
And brother, I ain't gonna lie, you use one of them. I mean, he's a rare person to bounce up. And if you watch the spending that would have taken place from then, you could have really see it would have started from there. Spending, our expenditure would have doubled between 2010 to 2015. Now, Kamala would have done a lot of development. But in the midst of the development, we didn't know the truth. A lot of money have been stolen. Now, I could give you a personal experience, and let me tell you something. There was a highway that passed from Point 14, the extension of the highway from Point 14, from Golconda to Point 14.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of people in between the area that never had land and get millions of dollars for land.
Of course. Yep.
Now, when the people of Vancouver, Labre, Vesny started to see that, we went down there and we claimed to. Now, let me tell you how stink it is. Now, I didn't have no land. I tell you the truth, I didn't have no land. I get some money. I tell you the truth, I get $40,000. Now, I would have done what everybody else would have done. And then here was the saddest part. The people in Grand Trace, for a same claim that I put in, them get double that. And here it was. What make people start to get fed up is that, let me say you are cattle hunting. The highway pass through where you think they. A man put in for grazing and all them kind of thing and all them kind of thing with the thing, and he get hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then when you know what he do? He take the same cattle, goat, cow and everything and give his neighbor. And the neighbor get $100,000. And the neighbor borrow the same cattle, goat, cow, everything. And he and all get $100,000. We apply. They say we going to give you 10.
And this is why, you see, Phillip Alexander,
It's
I
sad.
don't even know because every single thing he says, look how he starts his video. This one will blow PNM out of the water and corruption, corruption, corruption. And PNM. And here we're going on. Nobody can tell me about this UNC government. They are based on corruption. They are the most corrupted entity that this country has ever seen after. You see that airport scandal? That's where everything started. Mr. Pandey had good intentions with China to do here. I want people to know that. You see the people around him? That is why he and the said Prime Minister of today could not have seen eye to eye. And he remember, he was the first person that warned Trinidad and Tobago about this Prime Minister.
That is why they turned down. That is why they would have turned down. They didn't want to have nothing to do with Makila.
To tell you the truth, I don't even want Makila to join the organization. Because anytime she joined the organization, I'm going to do that just like what I did to Gary Griffith. If I was in support of Gary Griffith, and you see what he did for local elections, I said, here we're going, I will never give you my support. If you're standing, stand alone. Stand alone. Because this is the only way we could go about having serious change and having a government that is for the people and have the people's best interests at heart. Look at what is going on. People not seeing it. Look at how much bars and small businesses are shutting down daily.
Oh boy, daily, you know.
And you run into a CARICOM conference to talk about you in support in support with America against Cuba, a Caribbean nation. What kind of
wrong with you?
and your country going under siege? But I know what they're playing for, you know. And it's going to happen. I'm sad to say, you know, all the watch me. This coming, you know, because eventually the people are going to get fed up. And I don't want it to happen for Trinidad and Tobago, you know, because here we're going to destroy this place and it's going to take a very long while for it to build back up. But it is going to happen. The same people who feel they're in charge right now will have to run from here, you know. All here, Trinidad and Tobago, all here, let we get up and make a stance. And here we're going. People have the opinion that when you have to go out and make a stance, you have to riot. No. You have ways
No, you
could
don't.
do
You
it.
don't have to riot.
It have ways you could go about things. The aggressive way is not always the way. It's not always the way. And this is why I told people,
It's
because
not
people ask me,
always the right way. It's not the right way.
someone asked me, right, for election, who you going to vote for? I said, I'm not going to vote. And they're like, why you not voting? I said, let me tell you something. If I have $1 million, would I take my $1 million and put it in someone's hand who I know is a thief? And you're telling me, well, okay, if you don't want to put it there, go and put it elsewhere. And I know the other person is a thief. Who you think I'm going to keep my money? I'm going to keep my money in my pocket.
That
So
is
I
safest,
can
that is safest
exchange.
place. That is safest place to keep your money.
I can exchange somebody that I am disgruntled with to put somebody who I know for a fact is deceptive. And that's all we see here now. Only deceptions. Look at where we hear in the Prime Minister speaking. Only on the outside. But up to now, when was the last time the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago got up and addressed the nation?
No, I don't think I ever. Boy, huh?
That is a
But
very,
how much time
that is a very interesting question, but it's easy
Well,
to answer. Because if you
they
can't
all
remember Candice, then it's a very long
never
time.
did. Watch me. All the arrogant people say Dr. Rowley was arrogant. Almost every week on
what?
national TV,
If
we
he
listen
had
to
to
that
come out
address.
here and ball as of midnight tonight, he gets it out there. And he letting you see his face, whether you like it or not, whether you're fed up. You ain't fed up, he letting you know. You don't see Kamala.
I was never no
Before,
supporter of Dr. Rowley. I could tell on that.
before Paddy used to be the spokesman or the spokeswoman for her,
Yes.
the spokesman. But
He and she
no,
make up artists. She plays career. You get a big ministerial position. What the hell I see here?
no boy, I thought
Brother,
these people and them had
no,
the shit together.
I want to ask a little question. Eh? Where's the average salary of a counselor?
the counselor's salary was $3,000, but it raised to about $6,000 by now.
So could you afford a Mercedes Benz on a counselor's salary?
No.
A brand new Mercedes?
No.
No. Candace.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
I wonder if John Michael Ali Bokas know that being a counselor you can't afford a Mercedes Benz.
Well, boy.
I will leave that question right there, Candace. I know the answer.
It was a gift. Somebody would have donated that. Somebody would have donated.
We talking about John. Let me forget that. Let me leave that alone. We talking about John. It's not John we talking about.
We know that. You know who I talking about. Well, Toyota Corolla. A brand new Mercedes Benz. And not a foreign used one. You know. One from the showroom.
Hello, that was a donation. That was a donation.
Donation. Really a donation. That's your people actually have to go. Let's sleep it, you know. Let's continue sleep. Well, continue to sleep, man. I don't sleep, you know. I tell them, my brain is really processing and do forgetting. I remember my intention since 20. I only started to really get active in politics after this last election here. Before I just used to watch things. Before I was secure where I was. I was looking for, let me say my salary for the week was $6,000. And I can't afford a Mercedes Benz. I can't even afford a B12 after $6,000 a week salary. To check my money, how my money used to run. No. I can't even buy a pair of slippers. You know, them $2 slippers when they used to talk about. I can't even buy that. You understand?
No, the economy gone through. I tell somebody there in 2010, right? From 2009, 2008, I used to work for 3,500 a week.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah,
Things you could have done.
yeah, boy, things you could have done with him. I used to pay $100 in gas in my car. I fill up the tank.
And
And watch, right now, boy, I not even smelling that.
hey, no, boy, no, don't say that. Yo, go on now.
But
We got
but
dollar
telling
reduce on
you,
gas today. We got dollar reduce on gas.
but I
We got
telling you, I
dollar.
not even smelling that.
They give you $1, and here what going to happen? They take $1,000.
Oh God, more than 1,000.
And watch me, people, when Brian Manning was calling him tax coup, people saying there's only rhetoric and propaganda. When the debate come out, the standing committee and the hard was to ask them questions, and I hear some of the dunceness. I hear from them ministers and them, I could have ball, boy. Pakash
Yeah, but
Masaj, a ball when I hear he's an educator and he's a dance. And I have some information to drop on Pakash Pasad. Kamla Pasad Bisesa. You know Pakash Pasad is a worldwide educator. And let me show you how stink that man is. How nasty politics is. Whilst that man was doing TED Talk all over the world, he had a CPEP contract between 20... Boy, I see you, yeah. I done with that. I done with that.
We all know where the ghost gangs and them originated.
All right. And you know,
And we all know.
I had a tape. Let me play that tape. I had a tape on cock. Go ahead,
Yes,
brother.
so before you play that tape, let me say something. Before all the people who they say are the gang members with CPEP contract, we all know who was the ones who gave them the contract, right? Between 2010 to 2015. You know that, right? I don't know if that was some people, but I want them to know the said minister was, what's his name? But you don't even hear him. This is the energy minister. I forget his name right now. Or not I forget his name, I just don't want to call his name. Is this the said energy minister? No. He was the current minister that awarded these contracts to these said alleged gang members that run ghost programs, right?
Oh God, somebody blurt it out in the comment. Lover, thank you. Lover, thank you. You see all your TikTokers. All right, go ahead.
But you see the thing about it, eh? I don't know why people still pulling wool over their eyes. And as Jason said earlier on, give them chance. Because up to now, still people telling me give them chance. And I say, and for me,
yes,
I wasn't willing to give you no chance because you were going 9.5 years. You had 9.5 years.
This time, all these people going on the breadline for me.
Yeah.
And from the time you change your tongue and all them high taxi fines going up. No, I don't have a problem with law, you know. I don't have a problem with raising the fines, you know, at a reasonable limit, you know. But all that, and you expect people to survive?
Watch me. Everything has been raised by 100%.
100%. And you expect people to feel satisfied and say, well, all right, they're trying to fix the economy. How they fixing the economy? Look at the condition of the roads.
Everybody had a problem with the said financial minister, right? Colin Embridge, including myself. I ain't going to play no hit. But here we're going. Now I could have understood. I understood clearly how he did things. This financial minister that we have here is a dunce. He's a dunce. Because you cannot. Now everybody, I don't know, for the people who used to work on that Petrotrin, that got sent to him in 2018, right? Everybody was like, this is what the political campaign, oh, they shut down Petrotrin, and that the country, and all this stuff stripping some nonsense. But if they understand the energy sector and the amount of money Petrotrin was bleeding and our economy was losing per year, it's not no millions and all that, it's billions. I want people to understand that. That is the type of money we were losing. And we still Because you can't have a refinery. You're producing a certain product, and yet still you still have to outsource. So that means you have to buy to refine it to make byproducts. How that benefiting you? So you're just trying to keep afloat? No, it didn't make sense. It wasn't making sense. Just like the said tyranny, which they want to bring back to. You're going to bring back a dead horse? That is what you're trying to bring back? A horse done dead already. You cannot revitalize it. It's not God. It's not God. Right? So the things that they're talking about and they want to implement back, all these are just things that the people rattle up and say, you see, they're working, they're doing something, you see, all these other things. Because if we had that, no, don't give me them kind of bullshit. Don't give me them bullshit. Near dotish.
Always smiling. I now know who talking here. I know why you do more that, man. Come now, man. We do more that for, man. You said we ain't playing more that mind game for, boy.
Oh gosh. Come down, buddy. It's something.
I would have bounced up with him on one of Kitty live, eh? Because he always there.
Always smiling. You know what I like about him? The conversations that we have. I mean, I just forget names. You understand? But I don't forget voice. I come now, man. Always the room of that. Candice, always smiling. Was in Grandy the night.
One night, the night when we had the
Yeah.
No. That wasn't me.
That wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me. I can't tell you the last time I come Grand.
All right.
Last time I come Grand, when I had a good time.
I thought always smiling was from Tobago,
No. I actually, you see which part the host from? I close to the area because I hear him calling some areas there. I'm very close.
Oh,
very.
I could have swear you from Tobago,
Hey,
No.
Let me play this video faster. I want to hear.
Please.
Parkash Facade video. You understand? Watch out, Kamla is a snake, a two-tongue snake. I want to put it up on the big screen for you to see. Hear this video from Kamla Facade. That's so.
Manidev, who's our High Commissioner out in India, Swaha Pandit. His brother is a CPF contractor. Dr. Prakash Prasad. Tell me, what entrepreneurship? You said CPF was for the ordinary poor man. Huh? He's a lecturer at the University of the West Indies. Yeah, my name, Prasad too, sorry. But that's in my family.
No. People just forget when we would have seen the upheaval within the parliament, we would have been locked on to this video. And for weeks we plan to drop this together with Prakash Prasad. Candice, let me show you who is Prakash Prasad. I want you to see. You see, I want you to make the connection in your mind for you to understand how far these people and them does go. Trust me, I want you to make this connection in your mind. Who is Prakash Prasad? And you go tell me for yourself what Kamala and them does try to fool people with. Let me show you who is Prakash Prasad. He play a kind of dance role in the parliament the other day. You hearing it?
No, I'm not hearing anything.
No, just so. I want you to play it just to orient it on the screen there a little bit so you can see. Right, so this is it here.
We're now 18 minutes into this session and we're still on the first set of questions.
Chairman, if I may, I asked a simple question and asked for a simple response.
Right.
It
So
took
the
the
minister's
minister
answer-
3 tries to even tell me how many people were there on the establishment and how much
All
was
right,
filled.
so let's
you
move
cannot
on.
blame
Ask
me on
another
that.
question. Can you?
Yes? Go ahead. I'm not asking anything else. No, sorry. How many of those vacant positions, Minister, now that you have identified that you have a number of vacant positions in the ministry that has been re-established after 10 years, are you planning to fill any of those vacant positions?
Sure.
Based on line item 08.
Chairman, for clarity first, I think to respond to the member for St. Anne's West, I did not say a new ministry. I said a re-established ministry. Yes, elective hearing. Right. All right. And secondly, Chairman, right, that I did say that the number of vacancies, when they put the ministry together, and I did point out that there are a lot of vacancies within the put together Ministry of Education. So this is what we have inherited, Chairman. It's a very, very complex situation we're trying to, put together. So it's very important that we know that. So that's for the record.
All right, to control the management of time, can I ask you, are you able to give a fulsome and accurate answer now, in keeping with your parliamentary duty of full and frank accountability?
Yes, sir, I can. So the positions, the number of positions are 911, right? 116 are filled, and therefore the vacancies at this point in time is 795. With regard to the member for North, St. Anne's East question, that as we go along, we'll see which positions are required within the ministry, because I did say in my opening statement, we want to have a lean, agile ministry.
Okay, so with regards to line item 08, the $100,000 that is allocated here, how many vacancies would that be projected to fill?
That will work out as we go along.
So the minister does not know a number at this time?
No, I'm saying to you that it's being developed. As I said, it's a re-established ministry, and we're looking at positions. If you would allow me to answer, please, that we are building over the ministry, which was, destroyed basically, and we're trying to build it back. And as I said again, I'll repeat that we want to have a lean, agile ministry. As simple as that. That is straightforward.
Okay, next question.
That is the kind of dunce that it have as a minister. That is same person, Candice, that Kamla Prasad Bisesa would have been saying that what he doing there, he had a CPEP contract. It's just that we didn't get chance to put out the information. We have a dossier information concerning that little clown that it had there. He can't answer a question straightforward. You now open a ministry. You understand? Hear what he's saying. First, he want to embarrass the PNM. You now open a ministry and he said the positions have been vacant and the PNM never fill it. How you could fill a ministry that now open, that was vacant? How you could fill a ministry? How you could say the PNM neglect filling the ministry when it was never there in the first place? That man is a dunce. So when you seen Alexander getting on in a certain way, oh God, he different. He's a different type of, but this man, he's an intellectual clown. And that is what Kamala for Minister of Tertiary Education. But you're playing games, yes, with people, yes? It's just that we ain't played yet. But yeah, yeah, we had a clip. We had a clip. Watch me. I was going and run a 2 weeks program, and I would have break down every minister concerning that budget debate. You see, Alan Sampson and Joel Thomas, boy, them is too done some Tobago. Their contribution in the budget was to embarrass the opposition leader and say she weak and support the government, and they bring nothing towards Tobago. Now, first them sick. Let me show you how sick it is. Tobago Autonomy Bill Partite get passed, right? And the Partite get passed. The amendments that the PNM was proposing, they only passed one Partite. So it wasn't no thing, it's one, the water down the bill. If the bill that passed underneath PNM with the amount of amendments and privilege it had, it would have more than what I get now. Fali sell out Tobago, but I want Tobago to feel the pain just now. And when the crowd, I ain't gonna kick them aside, you know. We go talk about it and disseminate it here. Fali only provision in that bill what it passed the other day was he had the power to appoint more secretaries. And if you're in trade unions, if you understand trade unionism like I would have understand trade unionism, is that's just and the reason for that is to form like thing like quorum and them kind of things. So you really needed the extra set of people. So he could be able to form a quorum and these kind of type of thing. And it was already in the PNM old bill. So Kamala didn't give Tobago nothing. And I just watch Alan Sampson and Joel Thomas. I forget the real name at this point in time. But they are like sitting ducks in the parliament. No contribution. Tobago do themselves a disservice by voting in them two fellas. But long room for Maga good. There will be a time that we go sit down here and talk this budget. And now you go realize the kind of dunce ministers. Now, Alexander is just in first place. It has second place, third place, fourth place, and fifth place. Alexander for first. We reach, can't decide on the thing. We reach winding up time, man. We reach winding up time. I want to play a video after we done end the program here tonight. I want to play a video concerning how dangerous this Zoso bill is here in this country. But true. Yeah, well, that is only logical, and but they will try to label that as misbehavior. But that is our constitutional right, or you could misinterpret what is being said here for your own gain. This country, we need to shut down this country. This government is a runaway horse. She go on quite in CARICOM and misleading the whole CARICOM. By this thing, by oh yeah, oh yeah. God help me, please, here now. That will related to what the Jeffrey Epstein files. All right, right. No, well, you can join me again. You can join us here again tomorrow night. I like your company. You understand? Join me here again tomorrow night.
in support of that. And if people playing dumb with foolishness, here we go on, all they're going to get the results of foolishness. So all you sit down in all your homes and don't come out and let all your voices be heard and let people take away all your constitutional rights. The rights for you to move from here to there in your own country. And all you go understand where I'm coming from. Listen to me. You cannot support someone or give someone the full autonomy of you when they seem to be senile. And this is how I view this current Prime Minister as being senile. Because most of the things that she said makes no sense. And when she realized that she come out and she make a statement, she tried to retract her statement. Because somebody may come and talk that, hey, you know, when you say there anything much sense. And you're lying about it. But
Yeah,
you know,
but
you see technology. Technology made us know that everything you say, and you come and you say, no, I never said that. We could replay it for you.
Yes, they do. They could bring it right back.
We could replay it.
Yes. And so far from what I see, when I started to really pay attention, they won the election based on lies and deception, you know.
So in my closing, you know, what I want to say is don't make all your smartphone. Some of all you have computer in all your house. Some of you have little laptops. So if you have one, go to your children one. Because this government give all your children free laptops.
Yeah.
So
you're dangerous.
Don't make it be smarter than all this. I want to know how much people.
Dangerous.
Let me say this before I go. What is the use of you giving a first form student a laptop when the people who really need it are students from Form 3 to Form 5?
Yeah.
Make that make sense for me. I just sit down and think about things. The children who really actually need it because they would need to do the SBAs and sort of on other researches on certain things because they are getting prepared for the CXC exams. So why not give them the laptops? Our education system, I don't know if people are understanding it. See, the education system right now is in a mess. Watch the schools and them who elevating. What happened to the schools and them that they turn 5 years? One of them students, and don't tell me it had done students and nothing because here we're going on. I have known many people who went to junior sec and senior sec and turned out to be some of the most prominent figures in society.
Exactly.
Doing very well.
Exactly.
Why are we not teaching or educating our children in business terms to say, well, okay, here we're going. You don't need to go and jump into the government. You could open your own business. Why are we not educating them? Why are we not teaching our children to be self-reliant?
Yeah.
Watch our religious programs in some of these government schools. All of a sudden now, it is offensive and it is, hey, when I went to school, wherever religion you belong to, that is where you had your RI class. All of a sudden now, children not praying in school no more.
No.
When children getting up and disrespecting teachers, and we have a minister of education just saying down there like a dummy. All the ministers that we have right now are not fit for their positions.
I think that Minister of Education, he pass the time, he old. And he come from what we supposed to be guiding somebody that and not discriminating based on the age, but age shows something that the techniques that is now required. I don't feel he brain space day, and that is not embarrassment. I don't feel that it needs somebody more younger and innovative.
Hey, let me tell you something. I disagree with that statement, right? Let me tell you this. Warrior is our mother. Warrior, asking the warrior this, and I'm asking the mothers, right, who have become grandparents. The things that the way in which you have brought up your children, the strictness that you had when you have grandchildren, do you treat them the same way? You know why? Because you get older and you get more compassionate.
Yeah.
You understand?
I tend to be a bit more softer with my grandchildren than I was with my actual kids.
Right, you know why? Because you see the dinosaurs that we have in politics here now, it's time now we're supposed to have an age cap.
Yeah.
You see, after 60, if you win election at 60, we know it's 5 years you have to meet. You see, after that, you don't run for no elections no more. Time to retire. At the age of how much? 70 something? 70 how much? 74, 75 Kamala is? What's she still doing there? What's she still doing there? Dr. Raouli, as much as I didn't like him, you know what I like what he did? I didn't like the move he made at the time he made it. Because what I said is that, hey, carry them up to the time that you had. Don't call the election so early. Because I wanted certain things to be implemented first. Because I knew that this UNC government was going to win. I knew that.
Yeah, they made the citizens of study. They work hard.
Yeah, I was seeing it. And let me tell you something. You see, after September last year, we'd have certain changes. That certain monies that was missing would have never, ever, and this is the only reason they try to bring back these monies is because of the two changes that we done,
Yeah.
That the Fed wage made.
Yeah.
And then apart from that, I am watching we had it.
And then the coat of arms changed too. So
then, who knows? They must have their people still at the bank where they could still, because they wouldn't throw away all that money.
Candice,
we have that here.
Candice, it had a video going wrong where a man had a basement full of money all on pallets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so my thing is, they must still have that money there.
We're going to do it with the data, burn it.
No, they must still take it, that carry it in the bank and get change. You don't know how these people just operate or what?
Let Miss Puff say Kamala is 73. What she doing there? What you doing there? 73 years. What you doing there? You supposed to be enjoying your lifestyle, enjoying your retirement, because you were going, as they say, P&M destroy the place today. Well, boy, you were going. When they're done, it had nothing to destroy again. It had nothing to destroy again. Because the energy sector, because I believe Workers' Rights is a man from the energy sector. Listen to the people on the ground. Listen to the people on the ground. Nothing for us to look forward to. But I am a man in the energy sector.
And you're quite correct, everything closing down. I mean, I didn't know the thing about TCL. And we know that TCL price going and raise and a lot of things there. But I know they're making changes there. But TCL, that is a major hit.
Now, and I want to say something, and I want people to understand what I'm saying. You see all the little contracts and things? Well, watch all your back. Education, health, what I mean is agriculture. Well, watch all yourself now, because you see that 70% increase that was imposed on us by NGC. You see the dollar that we get? They're going to take it back just now. Because every single thing is going to increase. I don't know if people understand the economics behind the energy sector. Every single thing.
But why these people and them just come? Is that these people and them just come to this?
Candice and Smiling. Let me close off this program yet tonight, please. Let me close it off. If that people stayed on, let me close off this program. It's tomorrow. We will come back up here.
Let me just say something to Smiling. Smiling, it's a pleasure having you on the program with myself and Mr. Renison Jeffrey tonight. And please do not be a stranger. We welcome you back here tomorrow, please God, if you are not busy, right? We like people like you around us. You understand? To edify the public. So that when people see young minds coming together and being creative, to give them the incentive, the encouragement to come, to tune in. So you being here is a pleasure.
I'm not young enough on this. I'm not young. I'm in my 50s. I'm on my way out, but I want to leave. I want to leave that.
I don't know what
my generation to come after me.
Yeah, I
Like he
don't know
was
what
getting
happened with
uncomfortable. He
Jason.
was in the comments after.
All right, I don't know what happened with his feed, but
Remember,
Jason too is
remember,
always a pleasure. You know, that is my rugged brother. I love him, and I can see he was hurt. Yeah, I see he is hurt because like myself, he would have put out his best and was disappointed, right? And you know, we have a lot of bloggers here. We have Sensation. What's his name? Sen.
Nah, he had to come up. I fed up. I tell you.
Sinestino went. Yeah, I would have just made contact with him a couple of days ago. And I saw him in Port of Spain.
Right,
and he
right,
seems
right,
to be
right.
a very nice guy.
Right.
Oh, that is the guy who
Yes, we need to talk to him, and we had to talk to he know what going on within the corporation, and you know there are a lot of people in the corporation that wanted to hear firsthand what taking place. I didn't want to explain it. Our thing, brother. Good night.
Look, he come up, man.
Brother, good night.
Good night, my brother.
Blessed night.
Right.
Blessed night.
Blessed night. Blessed night.
Brother, we have to have a discussion concerning what taking place within the thing. I mean, we reached the end of the program, but I'm glad you come up. I want you to be here so we could talk this thing, because there are plenty people saying that they're willingly stifling certain corporation.
Serious. And we need to talk about that. So whenever, you know, all you could feel free to ask me anything about Sour Corporation. And yeah.
Yeah, what? I have your number personally. I think we spoke on WhatsApp. So you see tomorrow, please God, my brother, I like your vibes, you know. I ain't lying. From day one when I started to look at your videos, I say, you see this brother, he's a rebel, and I like his vibes. He's all about the people. You understand?
I for the people. For the people.
Yes, and we're on the same level, we speak in the same language. So you see tomorrow, please God.
Yeah.
You see you and Mr. Smiling, I want all them back on this program for 8 o'clock sharp. No exception.
Well, we will be there.
Well, that fits.
I listen to me, right? I would try my best.
Okay.
Remember?
Smiling, don't give me that, you know. Smiling. Don't give me that. Smiling, watch me coming down. If we live in some, I coming in front of your door, you know.
I just have to get my I don't hear what is going on. I just have to so it's how my dollar come, that is how I do. So 1 minute I can tell somebody I go be home tomorrow, and next minute I get a call and I have to go and do what I do.
Yes.
But even self, I'm not saying it where if I'm on my journey, I will always be in the comments. If I have a little 10 minutes I could play with, I jump in, I make my contribution, and that's about it. Because at the end of the day, I just always tell people, I used to wear my patriotism on my sleeves. Yeah. You see my arms? I have my national flag flying on my arm. I don't care which part of the world I go. I have that, you know. And you know where I learned that from? I will learn that from certain companies that came to Trinidad and do work. And I watched.
Okay. We would have lost him there.
And they have their and I like.
Yeah, we hear there, brother.
And we as Trinidadians, right here, we don't wear we quote we national flag on our uniforms. Oh gosh, now my internet, oh gosh, this like they want me to speak the things. Well, you hear me now?
Yeah, we
always have tomorrow. You always have tomorrow, smiling. Always, smiling always.
What I'm saying is that it was a pleasure being here, and I hope the people at Trinidad and Tobago wake up, please. In layman's terms, I could say it another way though, because sometimes in the industry we know the kind of industrial language we just use.
Right.
Wake your effort. Wake your effort. Wake up.
Wake up.
With the effort you're doing. Come on now, man. You see that?
Probably they need to hear that, yes. I've been real.
Well, you can't be disrespectful to people. I mean to say, in order to gain people's trust, you have to be respectful to them. You know, you understand?
Yeah, but sometimes they kind of shock it into their head because the majority of people, they're not understanding what is taking place. And that is what the UNC is relying on. Our carelessness, our absent mind. You understand? That's what they're banking on because they know we are their employers and they know if the whole of Trinidad come out, even the majority come out and say, here what's going on. We don't want that. They're going to be in some problems.
Yeah.
All we gotta do, all we gotta do as a people, right? Educate the people and let them stand up. Once the people are educated and they are aware that we is the government boss, we put them there. You understand me? That alone speak for itself.
Yep.
That is true.
Give him a chill applause again for me, please. Give him a chill applause.
And as I say, I a true patriotic train. I don't turn my bone. I about my people. Me not about the eater food. I not about the cut and clear. I for seeing my people get what is joint to term them.
Exactly.
And we need many of you like on board, a matter of fact. And you see the reason why it does come out here and be brave is that it does inspire a lot of people. So when I go and protest, or when I go in front of the parliament and I see you there, brother, I have to shake your hand. When I see Jason De Silva, I have to shake you. When I see Kitty, when I see Candice, I have to shake your hand because it's sending a message to the rest of the public that in spite of what, we have to stand up.
You see what I brother now say there? I wonder how many of us grasp what he just said. And this is what I keep saying. People need to understand that here's what going on. The government, whoever we elect, is put to work for us, not the other way around.
Yes.
He's not working for them, but yet still.
I always say that.
How many of us understands that?
That is my question. If the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago if they are aware of that.
That is where we come in, right? Because we know, son, man, we need to get the message across to the people peacefully. It always and mean we can bring them down. We demonstrate peacefully. We lock down the country peacefully because if the country could lock down for carnival for 2 days and people in Cherry Heights are carnival, right, is that our forefathers and our ancestors fight, rebel, you understand me, that bring about this carnival. And if the whole, almost the whole of the damn country could come on for 2 days and we could educate them and bring them out, that says a lot.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
Let me say this. I
have people that I've been friends with on TikTok and they supporting this whole thing. They supporting us. Up to today, a young lady tell me, well, anytime at any protest or anything, inform she want to come. She want to make a little
demonstration.
A peaceful demonstration. You see, honey, let me tell you this. When you say protest, remember they're watching everything we say and do it, and they're looking for the slightest thing to come at you. Because why? You're interfering with the bag.
Yeah, but Candice, we have a right to protest, eh? Peacefully.
I know.
Peacefully.
You have to include that word.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, when I say we
and by the grace of God,
there's we country.
And by the grace of God, He will make sure that nothing happens to us.
True.
Right.
Let me
Yeah.
Let the population of Trinidad and Tobago know something. I wonder how many of you all
we inciting violence. We're not into the violence thing. We're doing it peacefully. And we educate, we get our message across to those who don't know and to those who know and want to play like they know anything.
Well, right. Let me educate them about something. I wonder how many of you all took a drive to Port of Spain, especially when Parliament is about to start, and see the type of vehicles that is being into Parliament. With the ministers and them jumping out from. I want to let you know that each one of them vehicles is over $1 million.
I I passed it today, I see Range Rover, BMW, I see my Mercedes Benz. Yeah.
Now, they don't actually pay $1 million for it, but that is the value of these vehicles. Now, they check the tax break. So a vehicle that worth $1 million something, they actually paying like 300 and something thousand, 400 and something thousand. Who the rest of the money coming from?
We.
All the tax paying dollars. All the wake up.
We working hard and breaking we back, living on little and next to nothing to make their life comfortable. And while the majority of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago is on the breadline. And these people say when you win, everybody win. But these people need to go.
People, I know the thing going sweet. I know it going nice. I know it going thing. Let me cut off today and come back tomorrow. Candace.
All right. Smiling. Mr. Sinestino. Love in the house, my brother. Tomorrow, please, God, at 8 o'clock.
Always. And to all who viewing, love in the house, them too. We love all of you.
Love in the house. And all let's don't forget to pray and stay safe.
Right. Let me stop praying. With the host and the Warrior Princess and Centennial, Celestine. Right? It was nice being here. Pleasure is mine. I appreciate the time. I appreciate getting my voice out. And to the rest of the people in the comment section, well, let us make Trinidad and Tobago the place it really was. We know the place what Trinidad and Tobago could be.
Okay.
Have a blessed night, all.
Yeah, have a blessed night. Candace, when the program finish, we have a call to make where we have to discuss some things before the night turn out, right? So everybody, thanks for joining us here on the panel. To everyone on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube, and all about the place. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Blessed night.
Yeah.
Power and the price of security. Why Trinidad and Tobago Senate was right to reject executive overreach. Trinidad and Tobago stands today at a dangerous crossroads. Violent crime is rising, public fear is growing, and trust in national security leadership is eroding. In this volatile climate, the collapse of the Zones of Special Operations, ZOSO, bill in the Senate in January 2026 has become a political flashpoint. Government officials now argue that this bill could have prevented recent murders. But this claim is not grounded in evidence. It is rooted in fear-based politics, emotional manipulation, and a troubling appetite for executive power that threatens the constitutional foundation of our democracy. The ZOSO Bill, extraordinary powers without extraordinary safeguards. The proposed ZOSO Bill sought to grant unprecedented authority to the Prime Minister to unilaterally declare any community a zone of special operations. Within these zones, citizens would be subjected to warrantless searches, severe restrictions on movement, suspension of public gatherings, military patrols in civilian neighborhoods, indefinite security operations. Most alarmingly, these powers could be exercised without mandatory parliamentary approval, without judicial oversight, and without independent civilian review. Independent senators demanded reasonable democratic protections, including clear sunset clauses, mandatory parliamentary review, judicial oversight mechanisms, independent monitoring bodies, public reporting requirements. These amendments were rejected by the government, which argued that such safeguards would slow enforcement. This rejection exposed the bill's true nature, not public safety, but executive control. Jamaica's Zoso, a model Trinidad ignored. Government leaders frequently pointed to Jamaica's Zoso framework as justification. Yet, Trinidad's bill excluded nearly every safeguard Jamaica built into its system. Jamaica's Zoso includes declaration only after MP and community consultation, 60-day time limits extendable only with parliamentary approval, mandatory joint oversight committees, police retraining programs, human rights reporting mechanisms. Even with these safeguards, Jamaican criminologists remain divided about ZOSO's success. Studies indicate that homicide drops often correspond more closely to gang ceasefires, cartel realignments, and underground negotiations, not merely enforcement zones. In short, even the most balanced Zoso models produce mixed results. Trinidad proposed a far harsher version, stripped of democratic protections. Global warnings, when security becomes authoritarianism. El Salvador, mass incarceration state. President Nayib Bukel's emergency powers led to over 75,000 arrests, indefinite detention without trial, suspension of constitutional rights. While homicide rates fell, tens of thousands of innocent citizens were detained, families destroyed, and the justice system overwhelmed. The United Nations and international human rights organizations have launched multiple investigations. Philippines, state-sanctioned killings. The so-called war on drugs under President Duterte resulted in over 30,000 extrajudicial killings, widespread police impunity, ICC investigations into crimes against humanity. These examples demonstrate a consistent truth. Unchecked security powers inevitably breed abuse. Democracy under siege, executive power vs. constitutional governance. Perhaps the most alarming aspect of Trinidad's Zoso bill was its assault on constitutional separation of powers. By centralizing authority in the Prime Minister's office, the bill weakened parliamentary oversight, judicial review, democratic accountability. Following the Senate's rejection, government officials publicly attacked independent senators, accusing them of blocking crime-fighting efforts. This rhetoric is dangerous. In a democracy, legislative resistance is not sabotage, it is duty. Roger Alexander's claim, politics, not policy. On February 22, 2026, Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander claimed Zoso could have prevented recent murders. This assertion is deeply flawed. There exists no empirical evidence proving Zoso laws prevent homicide. Crime reduction requires intelligence-led policing, modern forensic capacity, border control and port security, judicial reform, witness protection, community intervention programs. None of these systemic reforms were meaningfully addressed in the Zoso framework. Instead, the government offered curfews, checkpoints, and military presence, tools that may temporarily suppress activity but do not dismantle criminal infrastructure. The real crisis, a failure of governance. Crime in Trinidad and Tobago is not the product of insufficient police power. It is the result of chronic poverty, collapsing education systems, youth alienation, judicial inefficiency, police corruption, gang infiltration of communities, weak border enforcement. No emergency law can substitute for systemic reform. Zoso was not a crime solution, it was a political performance designed to project strength while avoiding structural accountability. Criminalizing communities, collective punishment by geography. Perhaps the gravest danger of Zoso is its collective punishment logic. Entire communities would have been locked down, profiled, militarized, treated as criminal zones. This approach criminalizes geography rather than behavior, stigmatizing law-abiding citizens and deepening distrust between police and communities. History shows this only breeds resentment, radicalization, and long-term instability. Conclusion: liberty is not the enemy of security. The Senate's rejection of Zoso was a victory for democracy, not a defeat for public safety. True security does not arise from military patrols, emergency laws, suspended freedoms. It arises from fair policing, functional courts, social investment, economic opportunity, community trust, strong institutions. Security without liberty is tyranny. Liberty without security is fragile. Democracy requires both. Trinidad and Tobago deserves real crime reform, not political theater.